right, let's go to the Stevens Roofing Newsmaker Hotline. Wes Bunch, CEO at Bridgehead IT, is ready to save you some money. Now, Wes, I do a fair amount of printing every day, and it seems like every 30 minutes I have to stand up, put a new cartridge in. It's not that often, obviously, but it just seems like I keep doing it. So save me some money on ink, will you?
Yeah, definitely will do. Real quick before we jump into that, I'm assuming everyone with an Apple device heard in the news last week about that important security update. If not, and you have a Mac or an iPhone or an iPad or even an Apple Watch, go get them and get them updated. Apple doesn't go into a lot of detail about what the problem is by design to keep from, enticing hackers from making the problem worse. But it isn't often that Apple says do it and do it now, so it's probably pretty bad. So just a quick update on that. Grab your Apple device if you didn't update it last week and get it updated. So printing. So, yeah, you're right. Printing is annoying. The printer ink has become really expensive with inflation, and we're hearing that due to further supply chain problems, it's going to become even more expensive. So what do we do? How do we save some money? A couple quick tips. The first one is, be disciplined about using that print preview feature. It's easy to forget about that, but there's nothing worse than printing only to find out that something didn't land on the paper like you thought it would. And that print preview feature can save a lot of waste by showing you how the image is going to convert from your computer screen onto the actual paper itself, and it'll give you an opportunity to edit that there. A lot of waste happens as a result of not using that print preview feature. The next one is printing in draft mode. A lot of people don't realize that the printers themselves have the ability to let you print in a real low resolution mode called draft mode, and your printer driver will have a selection for this. It'll either be called low resolution or it'll be called draft mode. And what that does is that really reduces the amount of ink that gets laid down onto the paper. So you can use it for proofing, or, if you're not, like printing a presentation or something like that, I just kind of default to draft mode. It saves me a ton of ink, and it looks great for me. And if I'm going to do a presentation, well, I print in normal mode at that point, right? And lastly, finding a font that doesn't use too much ink. We don't think about fonts as being ink consumers, but there are many fonts that are really demanding of ink. And, depending on the font you're using, you're probably burning through a lot more than you think. So some examples of fonts to use that are toner efficient is one called Times New Roman. That's a real common one. Another one called Century Gothic Courier. And then there's one called Eco Font. And really, if you look in your operating system, you may see a number of eco-related fonts. Use those. They can save up to 50 to 60% of the toner that you would otherwise use. So lots of other options there for that on our website at bridgeheadit.com. But, anything we can do to save ink is good. The price of that stuff is just going up and up, and it's not slowing down. Yeah, stop printing an impact bold 20-point. That'll kill you every time. You'll have to rob a bank to be able to keep that one up. Hey, their phone number over there is 210-477-7999. Wes, as always, thanks, man. We'll speak again soon. Sounds good, Trey. Thank you. Have a good day. You too. Wes Bunch from Bridgehead IT.